Hey guys, it's me Talha. So I came across this cool sketch on Pinterest and I thought it would be great to make a tutorial about it. If you are a beginner, you will definitely going to learn something new. Of course, design credit goes to the original owner. Check out their Instagram profile to learn more about sketching and facade designs. Now let's get started. So here I am in Revit. As you can see, I have this project file open. If you want to follow along, you can download it from my website cadnets.com. Anyway, first let's work on the steps here. Let's go to architecture, select stair, and I'm going to select monolithic stair for now. Just make sure base level is level 1 and the top level is level 2. Let's create the steps like this. Now I'm going to select this and just change the width to 8 feet. Let's press MV and we'll just move it to the corner here. Let's click finish, and if I go to 3D, as you can see, we got our stairs here. Let's quickly delete the railings. Now I want to create the slab edge here. So first let's create a new profile. Let's go to file, new, family. Here look for profile, click open, and now I'm going to draw a profile. Now let's save this family. Save as family. I'm going to call it slab edge. Hit enter. Now click on load into project and close. And once that's done, the slab edge family is loaded into our project. So to use that, we need to go to floor and then select slab edge, edit type, duplicate. Let's call it slab edge 2 for the reference. Let's click OK. Now here we need to select the same profile that we just created. Here we have it. Let's click apply. OK. And now to use it, you just need to pick the edge of the slab. There we go. Let's add one here, another one here, and another one on this corner. So if I change the visual style to shaded, you'll see the slab edge. Now here, if you notice, it's overlapping the steps, so we need to fix that. Just select the slab edge and you will see this dot. You just need to drag it and it will snap the face of this steps. Okay, if it doesn't, just orbit around and just drag it like so, and just align it with these steps. And here also we need to select the slab edge and then just drag this dot. As you can see, it's snapping the wall. Just leave it there. So okay, it's supposed to be here. Perfect. So we got our this cantilever slab ready. Now let's work on the entrance. Let's go to level 2 and I'm going to use a door family from the blocks plugin. If you don't know about this plugin, make sure to check out the video link in the description. Okay, here let's go to collections and then I'm going to search for doors here. Here we have it. Let's open this and let's use this door family. I'm going to place it here in the middle of the steps. And let's increase the size. I will go with 90 centimeter. Now we want to create the slats on the both sides of this door. And to create the slats, I'm going to use a curtain wall. Let's go to architecture, select wall and storefront. Let's click edit type, duplicate. I'm going to call it slat 1 inch. Let's click OK. Now first you need to remove the curtain panel. Let's click this drop down. You don't need to select none, instead you need to select empty. So if I scroll down, we have this empty panel. Just select that, and then we need to change the vertical spacing to fixed distance, and the spacing is going to be okay. We need to include the size of the slat as well. So the thickness of the slat is 1 inch, and we want to create a 1 inch gap between each slat. So we need to put 2 inches, and the horizontal grid should be removed. Let's select none, and the vertical mullions type should be 1 inch square. Let's select for the borders as well, and the horizontal mullions should be none. Let's click apply. Okay, and let's create the slats from here like so. Okay, just zoom in, MV, and we'll just move it to the frame of this door. Now we can just simply select that and press DM and mirror it to this side. I think we can just copy this, the middle. Now we can simply select this and just drag it over the door like so. Can go to the front view and just drag it like so. Now on the top we need to just drag down a little bit. Instead we can just select that, top offset -8 inches, which is the thickness of the slab. Here as well, -8 inches, and this one as well. There we go. Now let's create the curtain wall. So go back to level 2. I'm just going to create the curtain walls here. Okay, I think on this side we should just expand this a little bit, around 8 feet maybe. And then let's go to architecture again, and we will use storefront. Make sure the top offset is -8 inches. Then we'll create a curtain wall like this, a 15 feet curtain wall. And here we want to create another wall, a thick wall for decoration. So let's go with concrete 18 inches. Make sure location line is set to finish face exterior, and hit space. So we have created this wall. Okay, I forgot to change the top constraint. It should be until level 3. Perfect. Here I want to remove the horizontal mullions, so we can select that, edit type. Let's duplicate this one and change the horizontal grid. Just remove it, and the mullions as well, because we already have created, so we need to remove them. Let's click apply. Okay, and it's going to ask you if you want to remove the grid lines. Let's click delete grid lines. There we go. Perfect. Now I think this ground floor is ready. Let's go to level 3, and here first let's edit the floor. Just hover over the edge, hit tab key a couple of times to highlight the floor, edit boundary, and here on this side I want to create a cantilever maybe around 8 feet. Click finish, and I'm just going to click on don't attach, and we'll just drag this wall here. So as you can see, we got something like this. Let's go back to level 3 and we'll start creating the curtain walls. Now here, before doing so, we want to see the ground floor as a reference. So to see the ground floor here, we need to change the underlay. Let's select level 2. Now as you can see, we have this ground floor showing up here. First, I want to create the slats. Okay, before working on the facade design, we want to create the curtain wall here. So let's go back to level 2 and let's select this CS, and we want to create one here at 3 feet from this entrance, and let's make it 5 feet. It's looking something like this. Okay, for some reasons the mullions were not created, so let's go to architecture and we'll just use mullions, all grid lines, and we'll pick the storefront. There we go. Now we can simply copy this to other level. Let's click copy, paste, align to selected levels, and we'll paste that to level 3. There we go. Now here also we need to change the top offset. Let's make it -2 feet, the same as the other windows. Now we are ready to work on these shapes. Okay, but before that, I just noticed we need to delete this one. So if we delete the whole, the other slab edges also will be deleted. So instead of deleting this, we need to select this and click here, add or remove segments, and then just pick the edge. So let's change the visual style to wireframe, and then we'll pick this edge. First, let's select that, add or remove segments, and then pick this edge. There we go. Now here I think we should give a base offset for this curtain wall. Let's give 2 feet. Perfect. Now there are 2 ways to create such shapes in Revit. You can either create an in-place mass or an in-place component. So since it is a beginner tutorial, I'm going to go with in-place component. So let's go to architecture, click this drop down and select model in place, and then I'm going to press G on the keyboard to go to generic models. Click OK. OK again, and let's go to the south elevation, and here I'm going to create an extrusion. Let's choose pick a plane. OK, and we want to pick the face of this wall by pressing the tab key, and then I'm going to create a rectangle from this level until this, like so. Okay, here we want to make the equal distance between this, so it is 3 feet on that side. So here also should be 3 feet. Let's delete this dimension, click OK, and let's go to 3D. Okay, it's too thin, so we need to increase the extrusion end. Let's put 4 feet. There we go. Now let's go back to south elevation, and to create the sloped shape here, we can use void blend. So let's go to create, and I'm going to click this drop down and select void blend. Let's leave it pick a plane, and we'll pick the face of this extrusion, and then we want to create a rectangle around this. like so. And let's just make sure it's perfectly aligned with this one, with the extrusion. Now let's click edit top, and this time we want to create the opening for the window. So let's change the visual style to wireframe, and I'm going to just create a rectangle around the curtain wall and click finish. There we go. Let's go to 3D. As you can see, we got this kind of shape, but you see the window is still not showing up here. So we need to go to right view, and let's select that, select the blend. As you can see, it's only until here, so we need to drag it to the face of this wall, like so. There we go. We have created this kind of shape. Now let's repeat the same process and create the same sloped frame around this. So let's go back to south elevation, and I'm going to create another extrusion. Let's pick this face, hit tab key to highlight the face. Let's try here. Now I'm just going to create a rectangle like so. Let's create another one on this side and hit finish. Let's go to 3D, and this one also should be okay. On this side I think we should just align it to this wall AL. Let's pick this face and then this one. Now we can create the void blend. Let's select that from here and pick a plane. We'll pick this extrusion, and first let's create a rectangle around this, and then I'm going to click on edit top, and this time we'll create extrusion on the inside like so around these windows. Let's hit finish, and there we go. Again, for this one also we need to go to right view and drag it to the wall. Perfect. If you notice, this void is cutting this extrusion as well, so we need to uncut this void from this extrusion. So you can do that from here. Let's click this drop down, select uncut geometry, select this extrusion, and then this void. There we go. We now have this perfect extrusion here. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Let's click finish model, and first I'm just going to drag this wall, and I'm going to add another window here, a small one. We need to add the mullions again. Perfect. Let's quickly create the floor on this level, or on level 1. Okay, let's select 4-inch, and now I'm going to create the fence. Let's select this wall, CS to create similar, and use pick lines, and let's give a 10 feet offset, and I'm going to change the top constraint to uncorrected, and I'm going to put 8 feet height for this wall. Let's create one here. On this side I want to give 5 feet offset like so. Let's use trim and just close it like this. Now let's continue this wall on this side, and then I'm going to connect this. Now here we want to create the metal fence, so before that we just want to split this wall at 4 feet. And then let's select this and change the height to 2 feet. And here we will create the metal fence. Let's go to level 2. I'm going to go to architecture, select railing, and let's create a railing like so. Okay, it should be until here. We'll extend this wall, click finish. Okay, we first need to disallow join and then drag it here. You can use align, and we'll align this one on this side. So it's looking something like this. Now if you notice, we don't have the same kind of metal fence. So here I will share with you a simple trick which can be very useful. So instead of creating a new fence, we can use a pre-made fence families. So let's open up a project. As you can see here, we have the railing samples and the stair samples. First, let's open up the railing samples. Project file is available for free on the internet. You can check out the link in the description if you want to download this. Let's say we want to use this fence. So what you need to do is just select the fence and just Ctrl C. Go back to your project. Maybe a floor plan works well. And here just paste it, Ctrl V, and just click OK. And I want to place it here. Click finish, and let's go to 3D. And now what you need to do is just press MA for match properties, and we'll just match this railing with this one. So let's first select this one and then this. There we go. We got this cool looking fence here. Let's delete this one. Okay, I think we have finished modeling this cool looking facade design in Revit. In the next part, we will render this in Inkscape, so stay tuned for that. That's it for this video. I hope you have learned something new. So please make sure to like and share this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you found this video helpful, please consider supporting my work on Patreon. Your support helps me create new videos every week. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.